I study dinosaurs. You know, big lizards.
Are they real?
Of course they're real, you nincompoop. And everywhere.
If you want to find all 30 Red Dead Redemption 2 dinosaur bones as part of the A Test of Faith Stranger mission, then we've got you covered. To trigger the quest, ride to the southeast of Horseshoe Overlook, where you'll find a flustered archaeologist who's got a big craving for fossilised dino bits. Find every bone for her, and she'll reward you with a visual treat and an extra special knife. Here's where to find all 30 dinosaur bones in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Good day to you, sir.
Spoiler warning. The last 8 bones are located in a spoilery part of the map that you likely won't be able to fully access until you reach the game's epilogue. If you've not reached that point in the story yet, you might want to stop at bone 22 for the time being, but we'll warn you again when we get to it. We've grouped the bone locations together, so by following this guide, you should be able to collect them all without wasting time going back and forth across the map. For the first one, we're heading a little south of Drewberry Creek in Lemoyne. You can find it bedded into the banks of this shallow ravine. The second bone is located north of the last bone in Drewberry Creek. It's on the banks of a dried up river. The third is east of Flatneck Station, on the slopes of a grassy hill.
Okay, boy.
The fourth bone sits on a hill in the shadow of a rocky outcrop, situated in the northeast of Flatneck Station.
Hold up.
The fifth is right in the middle of the Heartlands. Find the gold digging site and then take the ladder down to find the bone at the bottom of the cave. The sixth is northeast of the Heartland Overflow Lake, near some bushes at the top of a hill. The 7th is a slightly trickier one, as you have to climb down the rocky banks of the Kamasa River. Leave your horse at the top, because no bone is worth snapping its neck over.
Shit!
The 8th is to the east of Butcher Creek, in the heart of the forest. If you use your eagle eye, you should be able to spot it among all the thick trees. The 9th is a little south of Brandywine Drop, buried among some leaves. For the 10th, head to the rail bridge to the west of Roanoke Valley.
Whoa, easy.
The 11th is north of Grizzly's East, nestled among some pretty petals on one of Amberino's loftiest hills. The 12th is to the west of O'Craig's Run, just on top of a narrow cliff.
Easy.
You'll find the 13th northeast of Donner Falls, bedded into a rock face beside some large boulders. The 14th is at Bacchus Station. You can find this prehistoric customer lying on a small ledge.
Okay then.
For the 15th, head to the west of Fort Wallace, on the edge of a cliff. Be careful to take your horse up there because space isn't exactly plentiful. The 16th Bone is sitting on top of a cliff overlooking the trees of Cumberland Forest.
Okay then.
You can find your 17th on the banks of the river northwest of Valentine, planted firm into a rock wall.
There we go.
The 18th is on the opposite side of the river from the last bone, stuck into some soil on top of some overlooking cliffs. The 19th is a little further down the river from Bone 17, firmly planted in yet another wall. The 20th is buried away in a cave to the northwest of Wallace Station, and trust us, you should take a lamp for this one. The 21st can be found on the slopes of Big Valley. There aren't that many trees in this location, so it should be easy to see. And the 22nd is on a steep cliff to the east of Blackbone Forest.
Slow it up.
Now, as we said at the beginning, we're about to head into spoiler territory, so if you haven't got to the epilogue, stop watching now. The 23rd is the first of the semi-spoilery bones. This one is located in Pike's Basin in Hennigan's Stead, and this area is more or less inaccessible because of patrolling sheriffs until you reach the epilogue. You'll find the 24th on top of a hill near the banks of the San Luis River.
Easy now.
and the 25th near the edges of the Rio del Lobo rock.
Easy there.
The 26th is dug into the hills of Rio Bravo, and it's particularly hidden by a big cluster of bushes.
Set.
The 27th is in the prairies to the northwest of Fort Mercer, planted near a large cactus.
Be a good girl now.
And you'll find the 28th in Rattlesnake Hollow, stuck in the side of a rock formation. Just watch out for snakes around here. The 29th bone is in the deserts of Gaptooth Ridge. Keep an eye out for cacti and you can't go wrong.
Head up.
And the final bone is found in Tumbleweed, teetering precariously over the side of a cliff.
Slow it.
Assuming you don't break your neck fetching it, head to the nearest post office and mail all your findings to McGinnis.
What you got for me to send? Yes?
You'll be rewarded with a quartz chunk and a skull statue. Now all that's left is to finish the quest. To do this, sleep for an in-game day and then travel back to the post office. You'll find a letter from your archaeologist pal inviting you to meet her northeast of Valentine. Visit the new quest marker that pops up on the map, and once you get there, Deborah will show you your completed dino skeleton and give you a special bone knife for all your hard work.
Quite a monster.
Oh, it'll change everything. It's incredible. Tail. Fins for swimming. 3 pairs of legs so we could run extra fast, even in mud. Large tusks for doing tusky-type things. And long spines that acted as wings. They said I was a fool, a silly old woman. I was right all along. Oh, this is the happiest day since, well, since my sister died. But that's another story. Thank you I will, of course, share the credit.
Oh, that's okay. I like to keep a low profile.
Really?
Yeah.
I must give you something. Something valuable. Here, take this. The handle is genuine Stegosaurus bone.
Wow. Thank you. All the best.
The same to you, sir.